Welcome to the Only Maids Podcast. Now your hosts from Dallas, Texas, Nikki and Misty.
Hey, I'm Nikki.
Hello, I'm Misty.
And welcome to the Only Maids Podcast.
Episode 3.
Thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it so much.
Yes, we
are
do.
excited. What we got in store today, Misty?
Well, girl, we're coming in hot today with Stranger Things.
Oh, look. What kind of strange things are we talking about?
Just the strangest stuff that you find in someone's home. You know, we took a poll at our local community listeners, and these are like some of the top things that our local community
Cleaners,
of cleaners find in people's homes.
That is so interesting. I know that there are I've come across some interesting things myself.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, let's definitely get into that. Well, first we want to make sure that we're going to be talking about that. And then we also have, of course, Hotline Clean, where we're going to be taking your calls and questions.
Comments, concerns, anything.
Yes. So
you might have concerns about this episode, so just let us know.
Call the voicemail service and just get it off your chest. Just go ahead and do it.
Lay it on. Lay it out there.
We won't be offended, y'all. But yeah, so let's take a look at this list that we have pulled here. So what's number 1?
Sex toys.
Sex toys. Wow.
I wouldn't say they're exactly strange, but I think like some of the comments that were being made in the poll, there was like some strange places maybe that you found them. I mean,
right. Yes. You know. As cleaners, we come across all kinds of things. Yes. You know, we're in people's personal spaces.
Mm-hmm.
So
we sure are.
Quite often. So it's expected that we'll find some things that, you know, are a little bit more private.
Personal. Yeah, for personal use only. So, you know, I think what's strange is like sometimes people just kind of leave them laying out like a cell phone.
Oh,
you know?
So you've encountered the sex toys, have you?
I have. Like, you know, walk into a bathroom and there's like I guess I'll just say a ring that goes around the man.
What?
Yeah.
I'm lost. Like, this is a podcast. You can say what you have to say.
It's a cock ring.
Oh.
Just like daintily laid like on the faucet after being washed. And I just kind of thought, should I leave it there? Do I spray it with do I clean the sink at this point?
Disinfect it?
I don't know what to do.
And what did you decide to do?
I left it and I left the sink.
Good.
Because if that was mine, I wouldn't want you spraying stuff on it. What if my man put it on and maybe he gets like a bleach rash down
Lord.
there? I don't know.
It's how the cleaning ladies. Now that one's a stretch, but you know they blame everything on the cleaning lady.
No.
That is interesting. Yeah, I haven't come across any sex toys yet. None, thankfully.
Always find those in like used condoms in the floor.
I think that's on our list, isn't it?
That has happened.
Yes, number 2 is used condoms. Yes. Yeah. Now that I have encountered before.
Yeah. That's pretty gross.
Yes, that's extra'd out.
Yeah.
And a little bit unsanitary and a lot of other things.
Yes.
You know, kind of inappropriate. But once again, we are, and you have to always remind yourself, we're in our clients' homes. This is their home, their space. You know, we cannot pass judgment, or, you know, and if we see something inappropriate, it's their house. It kind of is what it is. Maybe even if they don't clean up, or, you know, maybe have forgot the sense to put something like that away, it's still their house. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day.
So I had this one guy who's really like, you know, they moved, so I missed them, but he and his wife, they were just fantastic, right? And one of the girls comes out and she's like, oh my God, there's like used condoms all over the master bedroom floor. And I was like, okay. I was like, you have gloves, right? I'm like, I'm going to get a trash bag. Like, you have to pick them up. You can't leave them there. Right. And so then he calls the next day and he was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. He was like, I just realized I left the used condoms all over my bedroom floor.
Are you serious?
He did. He was like, you know, I'm not even going to say I'm embarrassed. He's like, my wife was going out of town for a week. And like, so, you know, we had to make the best of last night before she left. And I was
it's his wife.
Yeah. He was like, oh my. And then his wife comes back in town when she gets there. And like the next time we're there, she was like, I just have to apologize for my husband. He's a mess.
I love that he actually said something about it. Because I hate when you have situations like that and then it just
He
gets
owned
awkward or uncomfortable. Like
totally owned it.
you know what I'm saying? You don't ever speak about it. So I love that he mentioned that.
Yeah,
I love that.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So
you actually made them pick it up? I'm sorry. I would tell the girls to leave that right there. Just like dog poo or
well, we had to use like an extension thing,
okay.
not with like their hands or anything.
Right.
But,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
what do? You vacuum around it?
Yeah. Take a picture of it, send it to the client, and vacuum around it. That is off limits. But that's awesome. That's awesome. What's yeah, I did have. Oh no, I saw in one of the groups that we're in, somebody mentioned that someone had left a used they came across a used condom in their client's teenager's room.
Oh, okay.
And they were asking everyone, do they think that she should confront or mention it to the client because it's in her underage child's room? No. I say no also.
Yeah. You don't want to like project yourself into the family drama,
right?
That's not
what
none
of
your business,
right? Like I said, I
guess you're gonna vacuum around it, Nikki.
Hello, and that's what I was just gonna
Leave
say.
It there for mom to
if
find.
there are any concerns, take a picture of it, send it to client, and vacuum around it, and let them handle it from there. That's exactly what I was gonna say. But yeah, that question was a little cringy. I'm like, no, why would you even want to get in that drama?
Yeah. No.
That's none of your business.
You don't want it.
None of your business.
I don't like drama.
No, we don't do the drama.
I don't want to bring it to your family, and I don't want to be involved in it.
And we're trying to run a business here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get into any.
I'm not your babysitter. That's the thing.
Right.
I'm not. This is not the babysitters club.
No, it's the cleaning club.
Totally a mom thing there.
Yes, definitely agree.
Stepping on those boundaries. That's what that is from episode 2.
Right. Hello.
Yeah.
We need to send her a link to episode number 2. There's boundaries. What is going on in her son's room is nothing, nada to do with you. That's similar to somebody mentioned also, I saw that should they ask or talk to the mother about they came across some marijuana in a kid's room.
Oh, okay. I come across marijuana all the time.
Right, yeah.
It doesn't bother me. I had one guy be like, listen, whenever you find my green stuff laying around, just leave it there, please. Like, because I'm gonna have to come back and find it at some point.
Right.
You know? Like, I'm gonna
just leave it out for me to be able to find it.
like, don't put it away in a drawer anywhere. Just please let it be. I'm like, all right, man.
I heard that. I like him. You have some cool clients. I love that.
He is a cool guy.
Yes, cool. But yeah, they were asking. That's another. No. She was asking if she should tell the mom about the kid and the marijuana. No.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, how do you feel about that?
I'm not against marijuana.
Oh, well, not drug use per se, but
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if it's marijuana, definitely not say anything. It's not, I feel like there's like a lot of good benefits for smoking marijuana. Honestly, I really do. Like, whether it be for anxiety, or, and you don't ever know that could be prescribed to them.
Exactly.
Not in the state of Texas, but maybe like from somewhere else, if you're in Oklahoma and you can get it medically or whatever, you don't know. Now, if it was like a hard, like, oh no, sometimes I find cocaine, but those are usually in adults' houses, never a child. I'm like, oh wait, they must have forgot that one little bump in that little makeup mirror there. I don't know what happened before she went to work.
Right. So if you had found a substance of that nature in a minor's room, would you tell the homeowner?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I would be concerned for the child. So that's a hard one.
It's a hard one.
Don't know.
It's a hard one, but it's so, you know what I'm saying? We have to stick with some boundaries and some, you know what I'm saying? I just don't think it's appropriate to get in family, to meddle in family business.
But if they're home and you've been cleaning for them regularly for a while, I mean, it could be all different service. If it's a new client, you've never been there before, you don't keep your mouth shut. If you've been with them for a long time and you kind of, know the family and like their routines and how everybody behaves, and now all of a sudden this is like a new thing and a new behavior for their child, I might probably like mention it to the mom because I'm a little more comfortable at that point with the business relationship. And I might be like, hey mom, like, just to let you know, don't, this is what was found. And I would probably just like take a picture and send it to her, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think it totally depends on your relationship with that client. definitely depends on your relationship with that client.
Yeah.
If something for a situation like this, for the most part, even if you're friendly with your client, stay out of their family business.
That's right.
But for finding something like cocaine in a minor's room or something like that, I think that is worthy of some consideration.
Yes, like as a mom,
so, yeah.
If my cleaners found something like that in my child's room, I would be like, I would want to know, out of the welfare of my child.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
So.
And I know that my ladies, they've been cleaning for me for a long time and I love them. They're fantastic. And so I know if they were to ever send something like that to me, it would not be, because they wanted this person to be punished or whatever. It would be out of like genuine concern for my child and my family.
Right.
I guess I would have to look at it like, does my situation compare like that when I'm in someone else's home the same way I feel about the ladies that help me with my home?
Yes, that's very valid. That's a very valid point. What else do we have on our list? I think we mentioned dog poop already, kind of.
Yeah, that's always a gross one. And urine, like.
What about, do you pick up the dog poop?
I don't.
I don't either.
I do not. I put a paper towel over it.
Interesting. I like that. At
least that way, and I let them know, like, hey, there was like pet fecal matter on your floor. I laid a paper towel over it for you so that you can locate it when you get home.
Very good. I think we'll probably start doing that. We just pass it up.
Yeah.
But I like that.
Yeah.
Put a paper towel on top, so they can know. Do you take a picture of it and send it to
No. I just put a paper towel over it and leave.
I think that's...
And here's like how I can kind of like get around, like, because, if you pick up the dog poo, it's going to lead to cleaning out the litter box.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not doing any of those either, but I do tell the clients like this. I'm like, hey, I put the paper towel over some dog poo that I found in your home. I chose not to vacuum around the area because I was concerned that the dog may have urinated as well. And I did not want to get urine inside of your vacuum and get to the point where I had to clean out the whole vacuum as well.
Right.
So that's how I just kind of roll it out there like that.
I like that. That sounds very nice and professional.
It's like, I didn't pick it up out of concern for your home. Not because I'm lazy, but I'm not a pooper scooper.
Exactly. That shouldn't be a part of the scope of work.
No, if I found human poo in the floor, I'd leave it.
Right, but there are some who do. There are some people who do. Some cleaners, who pick up the poop.
They do.
They do, and they allow.
There's some that pick up used condoms too.
Aha! Right.
I did have a lady that was potty training her son. And there was like 6 of us in her house. It was a massive house. Like it was
really.
Not even that. She was very tedious, is what it was.
Uh-huh.
And he peed in the floor.
Oh, goodness gracious.
And he was like, I think 3, and peed in the floor. And she told one of my ladies to clean it up.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
She was home.
Interesting.
With her son. And they came in. They were like, Misty, like she told us to clean up her son's pee. Just had an accident in the floor. And I was like, no.
Yeah. No.
That's not that's a mama job.
Right.
I mean, mama, you are standing right there.
Right.
It's not like, so yeah, that was it. Like when it like goes, that was a relationship that didn't last.
I'm sure it didn't. If her expectations were all wrong.
Yeah, they were. It did not last.
All wrong. Yes. But, any kind of hazardous things like fecal matter and urine and blood are a no-no.
Yeah. Throw up.
Right.
And that's like, I have a weak stomach, and I like when my kids were little, and even to this day, if they throw up in the carpet, I'm a hard no. I'm not cleaning that.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
Yeah,
I start gagging and throwing up, and I'm like, now I'm cleaning up mine and theirs.
Right. I have a 4-year-old, so it's some gross things going on at my house.
Yeah.
But
like my 15-year-old threw up like a few months back, and I'm like, you couldn't make it to the toilet? I'm like, what do you want me to do up there in your carpet? Like,
right, yeah. So definitely, those things happen. But your cleaning ladies, you guys need to know or decide, cleaning people, I'm sorry. Yes. Because there are men cleaners.
Oh, yes.
Decide beforehand
Can't forget about our men.
What you're going to do about the throw up, the poop, and the pee.
Stranger things.
The stranger things.
What about naked men? You ever come across naked men?
I haven't, but I would love to know more about this.
So I have a few times. One time I walked out into a living room and there was a man like watching porn and jacking off. while I was there, after he let me in the house. He was fully clothed when I walked in. He totally knew I was there.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like...
And he did all of this after he let you in the house?
Yes.
And he just hopped on the couch and...
Yeah. Yep.
And got ready.
Like, so I'm just cleaning, you know, and like I come up through the hallway with like the vacuum and everything and like turn the corner and there he is. And I'm like, wow.
Oh my God. Did you drop your vacuum?
No, I took it with me out the front door. Like, we're out.
Out of there, right?
We're out of there.
Did you say anything at all? I mean, what the hell?
I was just like in shock. I was like, oh my God, you know, like, what are you doing?
And did he contact you after you left or anything?
No.
So there was no more communication?
Yeah, I think it was very clear that I was not the right girl for him. It's not the right one.
Yeah, no, no naked men. I have heard about, people accidentally walking in on clients using the restroom or changing. Have you? I haven't as of yet. Really? How was that? I had another
naked man too, though. Like they're all awkward. But we had, one of the ladies in our group, Veronica. We've worked together for years.
Yes.
So about 4 years ago,
shout out to Veronica.
Yes, we love Veronica. We were cleaning this man's house who was local, and like the same thing. He lets us in fully clothed. You know, we start cleaning, and then I'm like, oh, hey, I'm going to run pick up my kid from school real quick. You stay clean. I'll be right back. And then she was going to go run do her kids while I stayed, whatever. I get back with my child, and I'm like walking up the stairs. Veronica's downstairs cleaning, and I get to the top of the staircase with my child holding my hand, you know, and because I was kind of look around up there and see what needs to be done. He's just low-key standing there in front of the master door, just like right inside the door, just completely naked.
Oh my goodness gracious! So how long ago was this?
It was about 4 years ago.
Wow.
So I went downstairs, told Veronica, like, we have to go now.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you see that. I guess I got to be in the game a little bit longer to encounter all this nakedness.
It's crazy. And then like a few months back, so there was like 3 of us in this house cleaning. And so we're done, right? And I'm with the wife, and I'm like, hey, because I let the girls clean her master bathroom. I was like, hey, let's do a walkthrough of your master bath real quick. I want to make sure everything looks great before, we take off. I don't, you're happy and satisfied. So I'm walking towards the master. The wife is right behind me. My 2 cleaners are right behind her. I walk right through the master, but none of the doors were shut. Walk right into that master, and there's the husband standing there naked. And I was like, oh, like that. And
all of you guys just walked in.
All 4 of us. I said, oh, like that. And then I turned around. I was like, and turned around real quick. And then he's like, he was getting out of the shower.
Oh.
And he had a towel and was like, covered up real quick.
Oh, my goodness.
I know. And he was so embarrassed. I was too. And then his wife comes out, and she was like, well, I have no idea why that man would take a shower with all the doors open, knowing there's 4 ladies in this house.
Exactly. Did you guys see anything?
No, thank God. No, I wasn't looking down.
Good.
I always do eye contact.
Excellent.
And so my head was up, and when I saw I didn't know. No. I was like,
that was awkward, right?
It was.
How was it after?
So we went back one more time. It was very awkward.
Really?
And then I think it was very awkward for him, too. So she dismissed services eventually.
Really?
Yeah. I think he was just completely embarrassed.
Wow.
But, I kind of feel like it was kind of his fault. Like,
oh, definitely.
Definitely, like the wife was saying, like, why would he do that? He knows there's 4 ladies in here,
Right.
Didn't even shut the master door, the bathroom door, nothing. Just.
Yeah.
And he knows we walk. He just wasn't thinking that day.
And that's
he had
fine.
been doing yard work. That day, and I guess he just came in and showered when he finished, and just
so he gets a pass.
Yeah. He just
a nice little joke or something might have smoothed it over. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
But
I was like
a little awkward. So they
I'm so sorry. So sorry, ma'am.
That is hilarious. What else?
She was great too.
There's a whole lot of nakedness. What else we got on this list here?
See, we've got animals like rats.
Oh, Lord.
Maggots.
Don't
roaches.
Say that. Roaches. Oh, my goodness. Have you encountered any of those?
I have. And I was low-key, afraid to even clean because I didn't want, the roaches going into my cleaning bag or anything because I was afraid of, transferring it to another client's house or to my own home. I didn't want any of that happening. So I grabbed it. I did it the clean because I felt so bad for this lady. Nobody wanted to help her. She was, low-key, a almost hoarder. But when I went 2 or 3 times before I just couldn't help her anymore. She was at a point where I can't help you unless you help yourself.
Right.
So I would just put the bag on a chair in the middle of the floor with the chair and just keep it off the floor. And I was like, maybe nothing will crawl up the legs of the chair.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. Oh, man. That's a rough one.
I mean, they were literally like visibly.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, see, in those instances, we've gotten inquiries and people let us know if there was a roach infestation beforehand.
She didn't say nothing.
Yeah, we have to turn those jobs down. Like you mentioned,
I was like,
you don't want to carry them out in your vacuum. Take them home.
I just felt terrible for her too, and I was like, I let my heart get in the way of it. Is what I did.
Yeah.
I started thinking with my emotions and not my intelligence.
Right.
And I was like, Jesus, if I don't help her, who is?
Right. Yeah, but we have to be so careful about those things.
And then rats. Have you ever counted rats?
I thank God. I'm terrified of rats. I would actually fall out and die if I saw one. So I thank God that I haven't.
There was a lady in our poll though that said that she was literally like standing there like cleaning the counters in the kitchen. And then all of a sudden, this rat just
oh my God,
zoomed by on top of the countertop right there.
I would die on the counter.
Yeah, it was on the counter.
Oh my God,
the kitchen counter right there.
Rats and mice are so bold these days. That's horrible.
I know.
Yeah. So did she leave or did she do the job?
I'm trying. I think she left. I think she was kind of like was terrified. Too of rats.
Right.
I mean,
yes, but even if you're not scared or anything of them, you have to be careful with the rats and the roaches and any kind of those, just for the safety hazard.
Yes.
You don't know what kind of diseases or anything can
Maggots.
be transferred. Right.
Maggots.
Yeah.
Maggots
or you can take these things home to your family and your children. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that.
It's pretty gross.
Yeah. So while we all have big hearts and, that's part of our job is because
I do like helping the people that need help.
Exactly.
Even,
but we have to be the right people for the job. Now, if they need a bug exterminator first, then we got to get that done, and then we can come back in. You know what I mean? But we have to make sure you have to be careful.
When you don't know, you don't know. And I believe this lady said that had been up front, like I did have like a rat infestation, but I've gotten rid of them.
Wow, yeah.
And then when the lady got there,
they were still there.
Yeah,
it didn't work.
No, it didn't work.
Oh, man.
And I do have an Airbnb for one of my good friends that I help. And so she had found some rats in her home. Like she was home, right? And she's usually out of town in a different country. So when she was just happy, she'll spend a few months here every year. And she said, like, a rat. She saw a rat run in her kitchen, right? So she had set out, like, traps and everything. And I went over there to go talk to her. And she's like, so, Misty, like, I've set all these little traps everywhere. So can you check them? And if you happen to see a dead rat in one, I was like, hold on.
That's a no-no.
What am I supposed to do with it?
Throw it away?
I don't know.
She wanted you to collect them all.
Yeah, well, yeah, clean out the traps if I found anything. I was like, I don't think I can do that. I think that's so-and-so's job.
Right.
To call your neighbor.
Oh, right. Expectations and boundaries.
I was like, I don't think I could do it.
Right. Yeah, that one, I wouldn't have been able to do that one either.
No.
At all. So no rats, roaches, bed bugs.
I've never encountered that, but you wouldn't see them anyways. I mean,
right?
Can you see bed bugs?
I don't think. I don't know.
Right?
I don't know.
They're like little like lice, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But they go into all of that category. We have to be careful and make sure we're assigning these jobs to the appropriate professional.
What about maggots in a trash can?
Oh, I haven't seen any maggots yet, but that's. Yeah.
I have once, and it was an outdoor trash can, which it's again for the Airbnb, and some people had left, and we go to clean, and it was in the summer, and I go to open it up to change the trash bag out, and they were like,
right.
I freaked out. I screamed. I threw the trash can. I'm sure they saw it on video.
Right. That's the problem. How do you feel about cleaning Airbnbs? I feel like everything is, I feel like the boundaries and expectations that we've been discussing this whole season are just like blown up when you clean Airbnbs.
They can be.
You never know what to expect.
You don't.
You know what I'm saying? And depending on your owner, their expectations usually are really
high standards.
Really high. Like more borderline a property manager.
Yes.
So it's hard to check expectation with those Airbnbs.
It is. I only do this one because it's a friend of mine, and I like to help her. I don't know that I could send anybody else over there to make that just will know her house the way that I do.
Right.
I get very antsy when I,
Yeah, same. Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, then we're going to have a complaint.
Right.
A bad review.
You don't want one of those. But yeah, I guess cleaning Airbnbs are interesting in that way though, because you
kind
never
of like
know
a
what
hotel.
Right. The strange finds in there are pretty high.
Yeah. I read some stuff on that, and this one lady was, of course, a lot of it was like drugs, needles, condoms, the the usual stuff. But she was like, "Oh, the best is when you find the money."
Right. And sometimes the good tips are left at Airbnb. Sometimes, yeah, they leave those good tips there. Yeah. So, money that's left up. I see. So, do we have anything else on this list?
We have guns, but I feel like guns are not too strange.
Yeah, not too strange.
It's normal to, I had an AK-47 out for like 3 weeks in this one house. I was like, y'all just don't dust that one table. You don't.
Right.
I don't know, because I don't know if what there's, my girls.
Right.
They may not know how to handle a gun properly or whatever. It doesn't really matter. Just don't move it.
Exactly.
Don't touch it.
Yeah, my ladies found
it doesn't belong to you.
Right. My ladies found a firearm in a client's bed one time. Yeah. I just told them, leave it alone. Leave it there. Don't touch it.
Leave it alone.
Just leave it alone. All righty. It's time for a Hotline Clean.
It's time for Hotline Clean.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and take our question for the day.
All right, so we have Sarah from Florida.
Hey, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. Shout out to Sarah from Florida. Thanks for calling in. And her question, Nikki, is if clients aren't home and like somebody knocks on their door or rings their doorbell, do you answer the door?
Oh, that's an excellent question.
It is excellent.
No.
No.
N-O. Spelled no. I do not answer the door.
None of my business who is knocking on that door. That's how I feel about it.
Right. My business is safety.
And answering doing my job.
The client's door is not a good idea ever in regards to your safety.
No.
In fact, they definitely suggest making sure you lock the door when you go inside if you're there alone. And please don't buy that, this neighborhood is safe thing. There's
lock
violence
your car,
and danger is everywhere.
Lock your car, lock the door when you walk in.
Right.
Like
share your location with family members if you can. Yes. Especially if you're solo. I was just watching Dateline last night and somebody kidnapped the realtor. They made an appointment with her to show a house and kidnapped her. Yes.
Do you ever get ever think like somebody you're gonna go clean someone's house like a new client? You're like back when you were solo and be like, oh God, what if they kidnap me?
Yes, I am a very paranoid person.
Are you? Okay.
So I definitely have all those kind of thoughts all the time.
Yeah.
I used to clean model homes in the middle of the night.
Oh yeah.
Solo.
Yeah.
And my anxiety was off the roof. I would rush through the houses.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh my God, I need to get out of here. I don't know. Somebody's going to come in here and kill me, kidnap me, anything crazy like that.
It is real though. It does happen.
Right. So that's why we have to remind everybody. Safe. This is a good opportunity. This question.
Yeah, this is a good question.
To think about the importance of safety with the jobs that we do.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, we have our schedules. People get to know us and, they know where we go usually. Or they can track us, stalk us.
I would say like my schedule kind of repeats itself.
Right.
And whether it be every 2 weeks or 4 weeks, like my routes are the same.
Right. And that's perfect to case you for any reason.
It is.
Danger.
Ooh, don't answer the door. If you're answering the client's door, stop.
Stop doing it. Don't answer it. Even if they say you can go ahead and don't. Unless it's your home.
I don't even like to answer my own front door.
Right. I hate it.
Who's there?
It. Yes. All righty. And we want to thank you guys for joining us for this episode. Thank you. Make sure you guys follow, like, and subscribe, and share.
And share.
Sharing is caring. And don't forget to call Hotline Clean.
And leave us your questions, comments, any kind of concerns you have.
Thoughts, ideas for the show.
Yes, excited to share them on the next episode. For Smart Business Commerce, you can always reach out to them for any of your credit card processing, your merchant card needs, and then custom boats, docks, and decks out in East Texas. They are fantastic with building boat docks, decks, retaining walls, anything of that nature you need. You can reach them as well.
Yes. And ladies, one of our sponsors is actually Lavender Sky, and they make the most beautiful waist beads that you could ever find. Go to lavendersky.shop and check them out. I absolutely love them. The goal of Lavender Sky is to create an energy of love and acceptance that can be felt through the products that they make. So check them out, lavenders.sky.shop. All righty. So thank you, Sarah, again. And
yes.
All right, what are we talking about in the next episode?
Next time on Only Maids.
What was her last name? The guru
I
lady?
think her name is Jasmine.
Oh, is it Jasmine?
Yes.
Tate.
Jasmine Tate. We're going to have Enter the Guru is our next episode. We're going to be discussing the coaches and the gurus in the cleaning industry.
That's right.
And, their importance and their value. This podcast has been brought to you by Little Buddy Productions. Go to www.littlebuddyproductions.com for all your video production needs for your small business, nonprofit, or for event videography.